أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه يستعين في جميع الأمور الحمد لله الذي قال في كتابه ومن يطع الرسول فقد أطاع الله وصلى الله على محمد رسول الله وعلى آله الطاهرين أصفياء الله وعلى دعاتهم المتقين أولياء الله مؤمنين مؤمنات Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May you all be among the people who hold walayat, mahabbat and ta'at, love, allegiance and obedience for those whom Allah has chosen from among His servants. Because of this, may Allah accept your good deeds and may Allah Ta'ala multiply the rewards for your good deeds many times over. And due to this love and allegiance, may He grant you home in paradise. And may He grant you a blessed end. وَالْآخِرَةُ عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. The hereafter with your Lord is reserved for the pious ones. Many people believe in God and worship Him. Many times in different ways. And they may even perform good deeds. However, Allah Ta'ala states in the Quran, وَقَدِمْنَا إِلَى مَا عَمِلُوا مِنْ عَمَلٍ فَجَعَلْنَاهُ هَبَاءً مَنْثُورًا. Meaning, whatever good deeds they did, we shall make them like scattered dust. Means we will throw them away. Has no value. This makes clear that rewards are only granted for deeds if Allah accepts them. So why do we always narrate in our bayans, and it is written in all our books, that actions are not accepted without walayat, love and allegiance for Allah and His awliya? Why is walayat so important that acceptance of all other deeds are dependent upon it? These are only accepted if walayat, allegiance is upheld, otherwise they are not. I do this bayan when Allah Ta'ala's Yari and His Wali Imam Zaman's Ta'id. Allah Subhanahu states in the Quran, Man amila salihan min zakarina unsa. Whoever performs good deeds, whether male or female, وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ, and he is a believer, meaning he believes in the faith and holds walayat. فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. We will bless them with a good life. And we will reward them according to the best of their deeds. وَلَنَجْزِيَهُمْ بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. This ayat makes it clear that God only accepts actions if the doer of those actions holds walayat, is a believer. Otherwise, as I mentioned before, deeds are not accepted by Allah. Many people are such. They are even enemies of Dawat, and yet they perform good deeds. Not good deeds, deeds. As the Quran says, Amilatun nasiba. They perform deeds while they are enemies. Tasla naran hamiya. They will enter blazing fire. Simply performing actions does not lead to paradise. Rather, love, allegiance and faith, that is what leads to paradise. Now, whose walayat is required? That is the question. The one who is your mawla, the one who holds a higher station than you, the one who has a higher claim on you than you do on yourselves. As God says in the Quran, God is the best mawla, Allah, and the best helper. فَعَلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ مَوْلَاكُمْ نِعْمَ الْمَوْلَى وَنِعْمَ النَّصِيرُ. And Quran also states, النَّبِيُّ أَوْلَى بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ مِنْ أَنفُسِهِمْ. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has a higher station than the believers. And Rasulullah addressed the Muslimin at Ghadir Khum and asked, do you believe me to be your mawla of higher station than you? They all replied that yes, O Rasulullah, you are indeed our Mawla. And in this context, immediately Rasulullah states, فَمَنْ كُنْتَ مَوْلَاهُ فَهَذَا عَلِيٌّ مَوْلَاهُ. Whomsoever I am Mawla, meaning Lord and Master, Ali is his Mawla. Just as God linked Rasulullah's obedience with Allah's obedience, Rasulullah linked this obedience with Ali. If one obeys, keeps Ali's walayat, they have obeyed Rasulullah. And in turn they have obeyed Allah Ta'ala. This applies in every era. Obedience to the Imam of age, walayat, is essential. And when the Imam is in concealment, then by his command, the obedience, walayat of his da'i is linked with his obedience. If one rejects obedience to any of Allah's awliya, rejects walayat, this means they have rejected Allah's walayat and command, which leads to the rejection of all their actions. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam established the fundamental pillar of walayat at Ghadir Khum by appointing Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib as his successor, and he made it clear that the chain of truth, the chain of command will continue in the progeny of Muhammad, the command of Allah Ta'ala, in the progeny of Muhammad, Ali and Fatima till the day of judgment. Syedna Ridwanullah alayhi states in one of his Majalis that no action is accepted without walaya. And he explains that when Rasulullah received Allah's command to make Ali's walayat compulsory upon the people, this ayat was revealed, in which Allah says, O Messenger, Muhammad, convey what has been revealed to you from Allah Ta'ala, meaning establish Ali's walayat. That is when the ayat came in Ghadir Khum. And if you do not, then you will not have conveyed any of his messages at all. Rasulullah was warned that Muayyad said that if you do not convey the message of walayat, then it is as though you have not conveyed any previous message. Sayyidina Muayyad declares that this ayat makes it clear that no other deed is performed by those who do not hold walayat. Their prayer, fasting, hajj, any other pillar of faith, none of it is accepted. Walayat is in the place of the soul. A body is only alive because of the soul. The root of all actions is walayat. The light shines, but the power source of that light is the sahibul walayat, the person whose love and allegiance is compulsory, made by Allah Ta'ala. If one maintains a connection with that sahib by pledging to him the oath of allegiance, Misa, then they receive the blessing of this light. Now, on a different point, some may question that those who follow Musa, Isa, English they say Moses and Jesus, who are also Nabiullah. So those who follow them worship God and follow His appointed messages, Musa and Isa. Why are their actions not accepted? Now if you ask the Muslims, they will say that these are not accepted because they do not believe and follow Rasulullah Muhammad. So it is clear now that Muslims believe. It is now made very, very clear by the Muslims' acceptance of this, that the deeds of the followers of Musa and Isa today are not accepted unless they believe in Muhammad Rasulullah. And having the walayat, allegiance of Rasulullah. Now, if a person accepts one command from Rasulullah but rejects another. For example, if they accept the obligation of the Maghrib prayer but reject the Isha prayer, as the Quran says, نُؤْمِنُ بِبَعْضٍ وَنَكْفُرُ بِبَعْضٍ. They believe in some and reject others. Now, if one accepts the obligation of prayer, fasting, but does not believe, does not accept the obligation of walaya, love and allegiance for the person whom Rasulullah has commanded to hold walayat for in Ghadir Khum. If a person rejects this obligation, his deeds are not accepted then. It is very logical. All people will be questioned by Allah about whether or not they have held walayat, love and allegiance for the true guide, as stated in the Quran, وَأَوْفُوا بِالْعَهْدِ إِنَّ الْعَهْدَ كَانَ مَسْئُولًا. Fulfill the covenant, the Quran says, for you will be questioned about it. Walayat is that covenant. If the answer is given incorrectly, of who the walayat for, God will not accept it. For example, when a question is asked in an examination and the student answers it wrongly, he will not pass the exam. For those who say he should pass even he has given an incorrect answer, we have many of those today who say anything goes. All people are good and everything is fine. No. If that is the case, giving the wrong answer and being still accepted as correct, then the examiner and the person who is taking the exam, both are fools. A rational mind understands this. It is common sense that an acceptance of an action depends on whether or not the person for whom the action is performed accepts it. For example, if you give a gift to somebody, it only qualifies as a gift if the other person accepts that gift. If a person holds love and allegiance for Allah, but also assigns partners to Him, polytheism, shirk, will Allah accept their actions? No. Allah has commanded that the walayat of Ali be upheld just as the walayat of Rasulullah be upheld. If a person does not uphold this walayat, then God will not accept their deeds. Because by not upholding this walayat, they have disobeyed Allah Ta'ala. That is why Rasulullah said in Ghadirakhum, when appointing Amir al-Mu'minin, after appointing Amir al-Mu'minin, he said, Allahumma waliman walahu. Oh Allah Ta'ala, love those who pledge allegiance for Ali ibn Abi Talib. All Muslims agree that the direction of the prayer, ritual prayer in namaz is towards Qibla, is towards Kaaba, Baitullah. Now if a person deliberately, on purpose, prays in a different direction, knowing the direction, their prayer is invalid. Everyone agrees, all Muslims agree on this. If a person purposefully disobeys, while knowing this is the command, then their prayer is invalid. Similarly, the Qibla of the soul is Rasulullah. And in his place, the Imam of every age. If a person does not hold walayat for him, God will not accept his deeds. Syedna Qazi Nu'man Ridwanullah alayhi states that walayat equals obedience, ta'at. Walayat means to obey, through which salvation is attained. All these are accepted. But now what is the true meaning of that obedience which Quran commands? Ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasulah wa ulil amri minkum. Obey Allah, His Messenger, and the people in command among you, meaning the Imams, and during the concealments, the Dawat. One deeper meaning of obedience, I will explain, is that you believe in the true belief, haqqun aqidah, that they, God's awliya, teach you, meaning that you accept this belief. All other obedience is linked to this obedience. Why is obedience compulsory? Ta'at, as God says in the Tawrat, Yabna Adama ati'ani ajalka misli hayyan la tamut. He says, children of Adam, obey me and I will make you like me, living forever. Those whose obedience is compulsory wish that you accept the true belief that they possess, so that you attain salvation, everlasting life, and also the blessing of eternal divine protection. Rasulullah has said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is very well known hadith, that ana madinatul ilmi wa aliyun babuhu. I am the city of knowledge and Ali is its gateway. Now, if you wish to attain the blessings of the true belief and knowledge that Rasulullah possessed, then you must come to Ali. That is the only way, whom Rasulullah appointed as the Qibla for all believers, just as Rasulullah was the Qibla. Rasulullah said in Ghadirakhum that my family, meaning Ahlul Bayt, my progeny, Imam, A'immat, are like Nuh, Nabi's ship. He declared that those who board it will attain salvation, meaning those who keep walayat, and those who do not will drown. There is no other alternative. Rasulullah showed that this same divine knowledge, this true belief, is with Rasulullah's progeny, the Imams. And when the Imams are in concealment, it is with their Dawats, their Da'is, these treasures of knowledge. Mu'mineen who hold love, allegiance and obedience for them receive the blessings of this divine knowledge. That haq na aqidu. I, Mamluk Ali Muhammad, am the successor of the Da'is. The blessings from the city of knowledge of Rasulullah and the Imams are with me. We teach the true meaning of Tawheed. We possess the knowledge of the true meaning of where Baytullah is and why, and the meaning of Hajj and Umrah. We possess the knowledge of the true meanings of the rituals of Sharia. We possess the knowledge of the road to salvation, to paradise. Those who hold walayat and muhabbat, love and allegiance, will, by its virtue, also receive the blessings of this knowledge, each according to their rank and level. This love and allegiance is for Allah Ta'ala. هُنَالِكَ الْوَلَايَةُ لِلَّهِ الْحَقِّ. The true walayat is for Allah Ta'ala. Those who wish to uphold God's command should hold love and allegiance for the true guides who are appointed by Allah Ta'ala, Allah's awliya. If they do so, Allah will accept their tawheed, their actions. They will attain salvation. As expressed in a verse of poetry in praise of the true guide, لَيْسَ النَّجَاةُ بِعِلْمٍ لَا وَلَا عَمَلٍ بَلِ النَّجَاةُ وَلَا مِنْكَ مَسْخُورُ. Says salvation is not from knowledge or deeds, rather salvation is attained by holding allegiance and love for you. Mu'mineen uphold walayat not for worldly matters, not for society, family, or any other worldly concern, but solely for the salvation of your soul, for the hereafter, for paradise. Hold love and allegiance for the true guide solely that your soul may be freed from the ocean of this physical world. Who is the true guide? Divinely ordained leader. How can one recognize him? I have explained this in detail in the 10th Majlis and many other Majalis. The true guide is the one who speaks the truth, who says, I perform nas through ta'id, divine inspiration, which does not change. People of falsehood, mubaddil, and the one who changes, mubaddil means that, and the people of his faction, they stated in court against us. We have those texts and documents. They submitted under oath. They stated that nas can be changed. And that God would purposefully instruct the appointment of the wrong person, while knowing all the while who is the true guide. These are people who not only lie blatantly, but they also claim that God would lie. Go figure. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ ذَلِكَ. May Allah protect us from such false claims. The Quran says, who does more wrong than those who fabricate lies against Allah or deny His signs? The Quran says, indeed, the wrongdoers will not succeed. We, Mu'mineen, offer gratitude to Allah for placing us among those who hold love and allegiance. For Babaji Sahib Maulana Khuzaiman Qutbuddin, the true guide, the one who spoke the truth. And by doing so, we are among those who hold walayat for all Allah's awliya. Sadiq Imam Salawatullahi alayhi has said that if someone were to spend their entire life worshipping Allah between the Rukn and Maqam, Hajar Aswad and Maqam Ibrahim, beneath the shade of the Kaaba, until their body disintegrates into pieces, yet they do not hold love and allegiance for us, then Allah will not accept any of their deeds. Walayat is everything, the main thing that matters. Salvation is due to walayat. As the Imam said, Halid Dino illa al-hub. What is faith except love? Maulana Taher Fakhruddin said, the beginning is walayat, the end is walayat. And he said, all other religious obligations are upheld upon the foundation of walayat. If one believes in Rasulullah, only then will they pray namaz as Rasulullah has shown. If one believes in Rasulullah's successor, only then will they understand the real meaning of namaz. Otherwise, as Rasulullah has said, whoever dies without having recognized the Imam of his age dies a death of ignorance. During Shairullah, we recite these supplications that how many people fast, but as though they have never truly fasted. How many people pray, but as though they have never truly prayed. This is the condition of those who do not uphold walayat. As for those who do uphold walayat, mu'mineen, they are the ones who attain salvation, whose deeds are accepted, in fact, whose deeds are multiplied. As the Quran says, whoever comes with a good deed, he will be rewarded tenfold. And the true meaning of hasanat, man jaa bil hasanati falahu ashru amsalha. The true meaning of hasanat is muhabbat, walayat. As Amir al-Mu'mineen has said, love for us is the essential good deed, and hatred for us is the worst deed. وَالسَّيِّئَةُ بُغْضُنَا. Mu'mineen, mu'minat, you hold love and allegiance for Allah's awliya. Always continue to do so with full sincerity. There are allowances, rukhsa, in other religious obligations, such as performing tayammum with sand, earth, when water is not available for wuzu, ablution. However, there is absolutely no scope for not upholding walayat. Walayat is obligatory upon the heart, which is the leader among all the body parts. Love, that is where the soul rests. Love and allegiance should be upheld by free choice. There can be no force and coercion. As the Quran says, La ikraha fid deen. So let your love be sincere, coming from a pure heart. And the manifestation of your love is in giving misa to the one you love. You affirm your love and allegiance before them so that they will bear witness that you have upheld walayat. Remain steadfast upon this walayat, mu'mineen, so that you attain a blessed good end, khatamat bil khair. Mu'mineen, the sacred month of Allah Ta'ala, Shahrullah al-Muazzam, month of worship has arrived. Spend your time in Allah Ta'ala's worship, fasting, prayer, reciting the Quran, mitanis, tasbih, tahleel, wajibat and good deeds. Take advantage of the barakat of this month and continuously recite this tasbih, seeking Allah's aid. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'een. It is you we worship and you we ask for aid. By the hurmat, sanctity of Muhammad, Ali Muhammad and their du'at, may Allah Ta'ala keep us and our children steadfast upon the right path, sirati mustaqim, which is the walayat of the true guide, haqna sahib. May Allah keep us steadfast upon this walayat until our final breath and grant us a blessed end. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على رسوله سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين وسلم تسليما متصلا إلى يوم الدين.
يا صباح الخميس أهلا وسهلا زادك الواحد المهيمن فضلا